I'm here to talk about the struggles of being a Latina, considered a minority, considering that my family makes less than a certain amount of a year as an income, and the struggles of obtaining an internship. But first, I'm gonna give you a brief look into my background and my struggles in my life as being a Latina and being a first generation college student. So it was very difficult and very discouraging. There was very little support, especially being a single mother at a very young age. I became a mom at 16, so there wasn't a lot of opportunities or support per se from people if you wanted to go to school, especially some family members. They would discourage you, and it was just not a lot of support. Being 16, growing from a single parent household and earning less than $9,000 a year, from my mother's income, it was very difficult. I've lived all my life on food stamps, so it's been very difficult obtaining these different opportunities that privileged people have, either coming from parents that they both went to college and obtained an education. When I looked for guidance within my family, there was none, because they didn't have these kind of experiences or advice to relay to me, and there was just no connection. Going into a 2-year college, I went to a community college. Everyone was focused on obtaining an associate's degree. Nobody had time to stop for internships and look for all these other different opportunities. I was never able to obtain an internship in a 2-year college until I proceeded into my bachelor's degree. So once in my junior year, I would say, I'd started, getting in communication with different professors, different departments, and they were the ones who were able to provide me with these ideas of being able to get an internship. And at the time, it was very difficult for me because I had to leave my job, and it's not easy because you need to contribute. I have a kid, I have a family that I have to help pay the bills for. So, there's many unpaid internships, which doesn't really help the cause. It was a very difficult decision to make, to actually quit my job. I was working at the time 42 hours a day and I was a full-time student. But I made the decision because one of my professors told me that it was either I made the decision and applied for these kind of internships that I needed to really step into my career and get my foot out the door, or stay working in a restaurant forever and just graduate with no experience. And it really hit home, especially because I wanted to gain the experience. I wanted to experiment out there, what it would be like to be in the field, and if it was actually something that I wanted to do. Finally, I decided to apply for the controller's office. It was my first internship, and some people told me not to go for it because it was very competitive, but I still went with my gut instinct and I still applied, and I actually got in. I got called for the second interview, and I got chosen to be as intern for the administration bureau, and it was just the greatest experience ever. It was a wonderful first time internship. Everyone was so nice and lovely and welcoming, and I couldn't have wished to have landed at a better place. If it was not for these dedicated professors in this senior college, I probably wouldn't have gone out there and quit my job and tried these different internships. At the moment, I'm doing 2 internships, doing a project, working with undocumented children. And that's another wonderful, great experience that I'm able to go through, especially because coming from an immigrant family, it's something that definitely hits home, having a child as well and seeing what these children go through. It is very difficult to process, but at the same time, it's very rewarding. Something I take from the whole internship experience is the fact that I was able to provide a service for my community and apply all that I have learned throughout my whole academia and put it into practice. And that is something very useful because I was able to really find a deeper passion for what I'm studying for, and actually want to obtain my master's degree, and I want to go for my doctor's degree. So it's something that I did find as positive. Something that I took out of the article was that, and it kind of shocked me, was the fact that it said that students who don't have parents that have gone to college are more likely, twice as likely, to drop out of college compared to students' parents who have gone to college. And I can understand that struggle because it was something very difficult for me throughout my first 2 years in community college. I did not have that support system. I did not have that help. So just getting through the whole admissions and financial aid applications and all these different things that I had no clue of was a very difficult and stressful period for me. I'm happy to be where I'm at now. I'm happy that I actually didn't give up, and I'm getting my bachelor's degree. I'm up to my 3rd internship, so it's been nothing but rewarding from there on forward. Thank you for listening.